I fancy myself a little bit of a fitness expert. I guess we can just go with that one. I got my lift license and all that good stuff, but no way in heck, okay? A whole bunch of different things would have to break in certain situations, okay? Maybe I would need to, and considering the fact it is a little bit warm outside, I would need to sweat with the oldies in order to get as influential, big, and important as Richard Simmons was. I know, weird segue, right? But it's weird, man, because you couldn't go anywhere on television in the 90s and early 2000s without this goofy little dude just dancing to soft rock tunes with a bunch of pleasantly plump women in the background with his uncomfortably short shorts, his weird vocal intonations, and his puffy little afro, okay? He was everywhere. And then, in an instant, in on or around 2014, just vanished like that. There was a lot of stories, there was a lot of rumors that were out there as to why he decided to go into the background. Okay, was it witchcraft? That was literally one of the theories that was out there, okay? Was he being beaten and starved and kept in a bed and had Kathy Bates come and break his ankle a la Misery? Not entirely sure, but all of a sudden, seemingly out of the blue, because there's a new Hulu documentary, which is, again, just kind of interesting timing on that one, because nobody outside of being like, what the hell happened to Richard Simmons, has been talking about the guy. So then he decided to be one of the old boomers that's out there, because, again, at the end of the day, look at his demographic, his target audience, especially when he was popping and locking. He would use Facebook to make his official public return in some form or fashion. It's a little odd. Thank you for your kindness, Richard Simmons, 74, breaks his silence with short Facebook post after Hulu documentary reignited speculation over fitness guru's shock disappearance from the spotlight in 2014. Amid bizarre rumors, he was transitioning. Oh, that's the newest one? That's odd. Ever since Richard Simmons abruptly retreated from his public life in 2014, many have been left wondering why the usually flamboyant fitness guru disappeared with no explanation for his fans. No, it was literally like one day he was here and then the next day I gotta go. Okay. Following the renewed interest in his welfare following the release of a new TMZ documentary. Oh, TMZ? That was on Hulu. Anyways, the 74-year-old has broken his silence to reveal his appreciation for the continued support from his fans. Taking to Facebook, he simply wrote, "Thank you everyone for your kindness and love." Red heart emoji. Love, Richard. Okay, do we even know that it's him, or did somebody post this on his behalf? Because that nice little Shutterstock photo, but outside of that, like, do we have any? Is that actually him? It's signed by him, but blink twice if you're alive, Richard. Anyways, yeah. I think that's, like, what was this? Simmons was last physically pictured in April of 2017. Holy! Returning from hospital beside his live-in caretaker, Teresa Revels. All right. So, yeah, that was the last time anybody's seen him. Okay, you could tell by the trainers, I guess. And I guess he invested all this time. Okay, he spent the last 3 years sewing some shorts together in order to get pants this time around. Makes sense. Indeed, a famed aerobics instructor unexpectedly decided to stop teaching at his workout studio 8 years ago, and the mystery surrounding his shock move instantly led to intense speculation and several conspiracy theories. Followed rumors of the star was being held hostage in his Hollywood Hills home by his housekeeper. Yeah, that's why the Misery comparison seems a little too apt, as well as suggestion that he's secretly transitioning. That would be wild. I think he's older than Caitlyn Jenner. That'd be interesting to know. No, actually it's not. I don't care, but this is funny. A new documentary claimed to have the true answer about why the star stepped back from the spotlight. According to TMZ investigates what really happened to Richard Simmons, the fitness guru's need for knee replacement surgery was a catalyst for his retreat from public life. Oh man, that could suck. Again, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so this was 8 years ago. So he would have been 66, and he used to be a big fat bastard, and then, yeah, he lost his own weight by just doing a little weird walk-in step motions, okay, stepping up on little steps with all of his, sweat gimmicks, around the wrist, and his goofy little headband and all that shit, and then he just turned his own success into a successful empire. Like, he should be worth millions of dollars, okay, and especially if he's dressing up as a rug, probably hasn't wasted a lot of his money. Anyways, it claims in the documentary, which aired this week, that the fitness lovers feared that he wouldn't be able to bounce back and exercise as fans would expect is the reason behind his decision to go into virtual hiding. Oh, that's kind of sad, and it's like, I need to replace my knee, and I just said it was low low impact exercise. I can understand him kind of shying away from everything after this did happen. Okay, it's like, okay, I market myself as low impact exercise that anybody can do, but then at the same time I ended up hurting my knee. It goes both ways. Like, it's also, you could do a rehab, like you could have spun it in a whole bunch of different ways, but at 66, I guess your priorities are a little bit different, and it all depends on how the surgery went down. Like, if it was a super invasive knee replacement, that could be tough. There's a whole bunch of other things that go into this, the long and short of it. It's not the first time the star's disappearance has been investigated after a podcast called Missing. Richard Simmons was lost in 2017 with the same aim. Yeah, I've heard of this. It seems kind of funny. Inspired by a 2016 Daily Mail story, former Daily Show producer Dan Tabaresky, 6-episode investigation sparked renewed interest in the fitness guru's disappearance. It highlighted multiple rumors that Simmons is changing his gender or being held hostage by his housekeeper, and heaped unwanted attention on the star's hermit lifestyle. However, Simmons' manager was quick to fight back against the podcast and claimed in a series that has been hurtful and humiliating for the star. Yeah, because, rhinestoned cut-off shirts aren't humiliating enough. Here, female? Oh, right, that's Daily Mail's women's subject, whatever. Looks back at the mysteries surrounding the star's puzzling disappearance. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll just do this, because, hey, man, I remember Richard Simmons. You probably remember Richard Simmons as well, and he was popular, and this is so weird how somebody just ghosts the world, and nobody has any idea where he's at. Simmons shot to fame in the early 80s, appearing on NBC's reality show Real People. Holy, reality shows go back that far? I don't know, how different would those have been? Like, I know the Gong Show was around and all that stuff as well, but even game shows went really different. I thought Richard Simmons was also on Hollywood Squares. Could be completely wrong. Anyways, he began a regular guest on a late night talk. Hey, there it is. Hey, I actually got that right, because I used to watch all of those crap game shows too when I was growing up. Late night talk shows. He was a staple of several hit game shows, including Hollywood Squares, and appeared as himself in several television shows. Oh yeah, he was literally everywhere. If you're not, most of the people that watch this channel are old enough to remember Richard Simmons, okay, and his look is quite unique and a little bit disturbing. I kind of want to get it off the screen because those shorts are uncomfortably short, and they always were, and that's the style. Even till this very day, you see somebody with incredibly short shorts, if it's not an attractive woman, you immediately jump to Richard Simmons shorts. With the other one, you go with Daisy Dukes, because of course, or at least you hope, okay? Or if you see a 300-pound woman rocking some Daisy Dukes, you don't really have a response to that other than immediately evacuating your bowels. New Orleans native continued television presence throughout his career. The last on-screen appearance were playing a dramatized version of himself on ABC's soap opera General Hospital in 2013. What? That don't make no sense. And appearing as guest judge on 2014 episode of ABC's Sing Your Face Off. It sounds terrible. One of his last public appearances was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York on November 2013, where he struck poses while riding on a float. How adorable. On New Year's Eve 2013, Simmons appeared on CNN. CNN was a different place in 2013. It would interview flamboyant people in 2013, then they started hiring them. Now take a look at their ratings. Then Simmons, who helped humanity lose approximately 12 million pounds. That's tremendous. That's why it's kind of sad that he's gone, because who else is out there nowadays? Was last seen in a large public event. Setting January 1st, obviously, at a charity event. By mid-2014, fans had started to notice the star was seemingly missing in action. Indeed, the last anybody seen of Simmons, he was simply walking out the door in Beverly Hills gym after teaching his daily group exercise class in February of 2014, 2015. Speculation that he was held hostage by his housekeeper, Teresa Reveles. That's very racisms. The LAPD did a welfare check in January of 2015. Simmons was seen limping around, answering the door with a beard. I couldn't imagine him with a beard. Well, outside of, his housekeeper, but still, what a weird look that would be. No one should be worried about me, his statement at the time. The people that surround me are wonderful people who take great care of me, he said at the time. Of Revels, he added, she's been with me for about 30 years. It's almost like we're a married couple. Aw, how adorable. But hey, man, we could go into more of this conspiracy theory stuff, but I find it hilarious, and yeah, man, he would fit. Okay, again, if he was perfectly fit, okay, if he was at least capable of making public appearance and the progenitor to all of this shit that's going on in society right now, be right and proper for resurrection right now, like his popularity should be off the charts with everything else that's going on right now. I don't know what his political leanings are, but maybe that has something to do with it. Or, hey man, maybe he's just living his best life on his millions and millions of dollars, still collecting residuals from way back in the cut. Because he was on, remember, like every television show that possibly had guests out there. So, hey man, best of luck to Richard Simmons. Hopefully you live a long, sweaty life. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.